Welcome to the AI Automations for Business podcast. We're your hosts, Katie and Noel, and we'll be discussing how you can use AI for your business along with the latest news, updates, and automations to help you stay ahead of the curve, allowing you to grow and scale your business more efficiently. Please be sure to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hi, welcome back to another episode. Hi, hello, I'm Katie, and as always, I've got Noel here with me. Hi, Noel.
Hello, and this week we've got lots of really cool stuff coming up. We've got some bits that maybe some people aren't talking about and is going to help you automate and do things a bit more efficiently when using LLMs.
I'm looking forward to this one as well, Noel, because we are going to be talking about OpenAI's Atlas, and we're also going to be talking about Claude Skills.
Yeah, Skills is the one that not many people are really getting into. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, okay. So shall we start with OpenAI's Atlas? So for anyone who hasn't heard the news, do you want to tell people what AI have launched this time?
Yeah. So what they've done is they've launched their own browser, and essentially what that does is you can have like your own like ChatGPT interface. So when you open Atlas, it looks just like ChatGPT, and you can go off and then ask it to search for things, search the internet, and it will basically act and look like a browser. So it's got separate tabs and all that sort of really great stuff. But it's also got like a side chat as well. So if we are on a website and we don't really have time to read a blog, we can have a chat with ChatGPT and then get the information that we need out of that as well. So yeah, they've got loads of really, really awesome little features in there.
I knew this was coming. Like, I knew that they were going to have to release their own browser, because from like how people are using ChatGPT now, like so many people are using it as Google, and I was like, it's only going to be a matter of time before they do release their own browser with ChatGPT into it.
Yes, I think Perplexity also kind of forced their hand a bit because they released Comet, which is their version of their AI browser, a couple of weeks before. So then it was like, right, well, we better get ours out now.
Yeah. So I have seen a little bit about Atlas online. So some of the marketing groups that I'm in, someone asked if anyone's going to be using Atlas as their browser. And it was a pretty big thread of comments. I would say like over 100 comments. And it was, everyone was saying no, that they weren't going to be using it. And that actually really surprised me. And actually, when I was looking at the comments to see what people were saying, most of them were quite wary of like the privacy and the data. Some were saying, well, if you use Google or if you have, Alexa at home, then you're already giving away like a lot of your privacy and data anyway. Especially like Alexa, it's recording, you even when you're not using it, which actually terrifies me.
Our phones are doing that now, waiting for us to say, "Hey Siri."
Yeah, exactly. So what are your thoughts on this, Noel?
Yeah, so I get why there's a bit of concern, because it is seeing all of your browsing history. It will get access to things like your passwords. So when you first download and install the browser, it will say, well, I see you've already got Google Chrome or Safari on your laptop. Do you want to transfer the information from one of those into Atlas? So that does make the user experience easier because all of your stuff's brought across with it.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, do I trust you guys that much with all of my passwords, or do I start afresh?
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it, how like we're so happy to give our passwords to like Google and I don't know, like Safari. But when a new browser comes along, all of a sudden, like, yeah, we're like, oh no. But actually, other browsers have already got all of it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, I think because it's with ChatGPT and people are already wary of
Yeah.
data sharing, then I think that's probably what makes it a little bit worse. But by default, the data sharing is turned off. So as soon as you installed it, that's off. You have to go in the settings to turn it on.
Okay,
So
that's good to know.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they've listened on that point.
Yeah, that's really good to know.
Yeah.
So what would you use Atlas for, and what wouldn't you use Atlas for? I think that's really important, both sides.
I guess I'll start off with what I wouldn't use it for.
Okay.
So I wouldn't do anything that's like financial or tax information, anything that's going to have something personal to me. Then yeah, I will not trust that the AI isn't sat there reading my page, and understanding and being ready there and waiting to, jump in and answer questions on it. Like, I don't know if that starts as soon as you ask a question, or is it kind of already looking at it already before you ask a question? So I think that's kind of a bit of a grey area. So for me, anything that's, anything sensitive sort of information about me, then no, that's going nowhere near Atlas.
Personal and sensitive information, you're not going anywhere near it.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
No.
So what would you use it for?
So I guess what I have been using it for is to go off and do like research and things like that. So, the web browsing functionality is pretty good. I mean, that just also highlights the need to be AI search ready as well with your websites and things like that. So,
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. I would say it's kind of, it's not great at the moment because the amount of results it returns is quite narrow. So
Yeah, you know, I was about to say that. So I tested it out, thinking that when I searched for it, it was going to bring up similar to like what I would search on my, like, the normal browser I use. So I was really shocked when, and these are, say, like, businesses or websites that have, I guess, always been on page one of like Google. So when, I was doing some searches, then like to have, completely different businesses and websites come back, that made me think, well, it's really showing you what businesses and websites have already leaned into like the AI SEO, and which ones like haven't even done anything AI related. Yeah. And I think people maybe don't think that they need to do it yet, but I think now that Atlas has been released, I think for us it's made us realize like how important it is. And I'm really glad that we started our AI SEO earlier this year. So, we're already ahead. And if anyone else listening to this has already done their AI SEO, then again, you're already ahead of the curve and, in front of many of these big businesses. And if you haven't, then go back and listen to our AI SEO episode, where we literally walk you through step by step on how to do it. And if it's something that you're not comfortable with or you need help with, then please do reach out to us, because we are helping businesses at the moment with their AI SEO, so you can show up in these searches. And especially now, like Atlas, and we've got Perplexity with their own browsers, I just feel like it is so important if you want to be found by your customers or clients.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, really important. Yeah, it also helps with your standard SEO as well. It doesn't actually detract from that. If anything, it improves it. So your standard Google searches also go up, which is also good.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a win-win on all counts.
It is. Okay, so let's now move on to Claude Skills, because Noel, I know you are very excited to be talking about this.
Yes. So Claude Skills allows you to build, like, you could almost see them as kind of like team members or specific SOPs within your business. And you can just use them wherever you like within the Claude chat interface. So for now, I'll just talk about the browser because you can use it elsewhere as well, which is also really cool. But what I guess for one example, let's say you have a project. So we have one for our business, and it's got our brand voice, it's got all of our custom instructions and things like that. So whenever we chat in that project, we get kind of, the stuff that we need back. But with Skills, we can, take that information, we can create a skill, and then we can use it wherever we like. We could use it in a project, we could use it in any chat window we wish. We could go crazy. And yeah, it's really, really simple and straightforward to set up as well. But like brand voice is just like one thing you could do. I mean, you could have you could give it all of your brand design guidelines and presentation or proposal templates, and then it can go off and then go, right, well, every month I have to do a presentation. So you could give it all the information and it would just go, yeah, sure, fine. There we go. I'm going to use that skill and it's going to create all of that content for you. And all you've got to do is hit download and maybe do a few final tweaks. Which is a lot better.
I was going to say, how much tweaking? Because is this like, when you get AI to make your Canva graphics and the tweaking is quite sizable? Like, how much tweaking are we talking?
I would say it probably gets you around about 80% of the way there. So from what I've seen, if you're like creating presentations with tables, sometimes it might have text that slightly overlaps the table, or there'll be an element underneath the table. So all you've got to do is just go in and delete it. That's fine. It's very, very minor setup tweaks. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good at it, to be fair. But yeah, you could set these up to do anything you wish. So if you want you want your own CMO, so you could give like a job description and say, well, like with this skill, these this is what I want you to do. This is your complete role and things like that. And then every time that you talk to it, it will reference that skill and then give you the output that you need every single time, which is really awesome. So yeah,
that is really awesome.
And they've also made it really easy to create these skills as well, because there is a bit of technical know-how to create them. So you could do them manually.
Yeah.
But who's got time for that in the AI age? I haven't.
Because you're going to do a demo for our members of the AI Business Club, aren't you, on how to create their own Claude Skills?
Yeah, and I'll put that video out in a couple of days to show everyone how that works.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing as well, like what people create from these skills. And yeah, if anyone wants to show us or tell us what they're going to be creating with Claude Skills, please do let us know. We would love to hear, see, or tell us what your plans are about using Claude Skills. And also let us know about OpenAI's Atlas. Are you going to be using it for your browser, or are you sticking with the browser that you have loved and trusted for many, many years? We would love to know. Come and let us know. We are on LinkedIn. We have got a free LinkedIn group as well. It's called AI Automations for Business. Anyone is free and very welcome to join that group. So yeah, come and start the conversation in there. But for now, that's all from us this week. So we will catch you for another episode very soon. Take care.